Just got finished watching Monday Night Raw, and I must say, this Raw sucked. Okay, there's a couple things I feel like we should address. One, I saw this, one of the groups that is called the Wrestling Community. They have this sign that says, we gave Kofi the belt. It's basically saying we gave Kofi the belt, we gave Seth Rollins the belt, we gave Becky the belt, and people are still complaining. And maybe it's not the wrestling, maybe it's just us. There's truth to that, and then there's false to that. Okay. Where people are happy that Kofi got the belt. Basically the people that we wanted to get the belts got the belt. All right, that's good, but that's only like I'm going to say 1/3 of the problem. The other 2/3 is everything else: bad booking and them not using their talent. I think that's the other 2/3, and it showed. It showed with this week's episode of Raw. There is no reason for Vince to bring SmackDown's top stars to Raw to have matches on Raw taken away from your other Raw superstars that are not seeing time on the brand. What's the point of you doing a brand split if you're not going to put these people on your show? I'm sick of look. I would like to see Sami Zayn wrestle. I don't know if he's hurt or not, but we just had like what a month of him ranting about how bad the audience is. It's just how fickle he is. Just which to a point, I believe that's like Vince venting out his frustration and telling the fans how fickle they are, and they're doing it through Sami Zayn. That's cool, but put him in the match already. Why Seth Rollins and AJ Styles is having a tag team match and all that other stuff. That match was fucking weird. And why? And one of my biggest complaints about this night's Raw was that, okay, my man, I'm a big fan of No Way Jose. I kind of like his gimmick. I knew he was going to be a jobber when he went from NXT to fucking Raw. I already knew he was going to be a jobber. But I'm not a fan of Lars Sullivan, and I don't think a lot of people are. First and foremost, I don't see the point of having a Lars Sullivan when you have a Braun Strowman. And Braun Strowman is about a good 6'9" and big as a fucking mountain. Compared to Lars, and think about my man No Way Jose jobbing out to Lars Sullivan, is that they're about the same height and same stature. No Way Jose is just as big as Lars Sullivan. There's no way like you make No Way Jose throw two weak ass punches. Lars hit him once and he fucking goes down. And fucking power bombs him and that's it. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand squash matches, I understand fucking jobbers, but even with Brock, he had to with the big guys, and y'all did this with Braun too. They didn't go down so easily. Like, they had to fight at least. I don't fucking get it. So another thing, like I said, it's a 3-hour show. I personally do not mind Raw being 3 hours. I just feel like they just need to put more attention to the people that you're not putting on the show. Like Mojo Rawley, for me, for like a month, he's been talking to a fucking mirror. And I still have not seen him on the main roster. There's Apollo Crews, who is very gifted and well talented. It's not being utilized correctly. Fortunately, I don't think he should have been called up. And you got a bunch of bunch of women's wrestlers that you could show that you're not showing. You should, and in my opinion, they should call more women up just so they have enough to fill out the 3-hour roster and all that, and come up with better storylines for them. So 1/3 of the problem is fixed. We got the champions we want. That's one thing, but the bad booking and the not using their roster is probably the same. It's probably the same thing, but and not putting out good quality matches is really ruining the brand. That's why people are not watching. People, that's why people are not satisfied. I can't. Don't get me wrong. I think one thing is saving it, and I've always said this. Bray Wyatt's fucking House of Fireflies or Firefly Funhouse. That's kind of like saving it because people are very interested in that. The creep factor is there, and he's always gave great promos and all the other stuff. I can't wait for him to come, but it's like you have all these wrestlers you could put out. You're not even having to show in the cruiserweights no more. I understand they have 205 Live, but show some of your cruiserweights. I mean, shit. I didn't have a problem when they had. um, this is. I don't want to say I'm disappointed. I'm not really one of them smart malls because I would call myself an above average casual fan and all that other stuff, but I just want this product to do better, just like everybody else. I want this product to do better, and I want them to utilize their their employees more. And look, even if I don't like Lars Sullivan, you're going to push him as this like strong man, even though you have Braun. You're going to produce him as this strong man and all that other stuff. And if you're going to, because someone told me this last week, like Jinder Mahal towers over Lars Sullivan. Brock, don't get me wrong, Brock is like what 6'5". I understand Brock is built, but Brock is also built like a fucking tank. And I think Brock, he carries around that stigma, that beast stigma and all that other stuff. He's a freak of an athlete. If you've seen Brock, I don't really see that in Lars Sullivan. He just looked like some big guy that might be the next Snitsky. And Braun Strowman, I literally get that man is built like a fucking mountain, like I said before. But even he had his fights with Big Shows and Mark Henry's and all that other stuff. It's like these are these are guys at these size. They should at least like make you can still make Lars look strong without making your jobbers look that weak. It's like because sooner or later y'all gonna either feed him to Roman Reigns or feed him to they're not feeding him to John Cena, so y'all gonna feed him to Roman Reigns. They may feed him to John Cena. That depends on what John Cena's gonna do, and he's gonna lose to Roman Reigns and John Cena, and then y'all just gonna forget him, and then that's it. All right, Braun Strowman have, in my opinion, he should have had the title by now, or at least put Braun Strowman and Lars Sullivan in there and have them a strong man off and all that. Do something. It's like you have all the like at least like mix it up and make it more interesting. Um, the Usos, okay, they was I don't get this jokey Uso. Even when they're face, I get I know they're face, but even with this jokey Uso shit, I'm not really feeling it. I don't I don't know. Y'all had some. They was so good at SmackDown with that. You know, I'm done with this goofy. The thing was them on SmackDown. I'm done with this goofy shit. I'm trying to show y'all why we are the best tag teams, and now they trying to turn them back into this goofy family fun shit. That's they'll be back in face paints and fucking doing their haka dance, which I actually respected and liked. I'm not making fun of the haka dance at all. I actually respect it. But this is my little rant about Raw. Um, their ratings are going to keep plundering unless they're going to do this. But what did y'all think? Till then, my name was Oskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.